6:42, coming around towards 6:43 in Trinidad and Tobago. As we said many times during the course of the show already, celebrating the champions of the CPL, the Trinbago Knight Riders. But in the month of November, it will be the celebration of the champions of business, because the awards are coming up in November the 20th. Nominations, by the way, close on the 14th, which is Monday coming. There are several categories up for grabs, and you don't have to be a chamber member to participate. How do you get involved? Well, to give us more information on it, we are joined most appropriately by Gabriel Faria, CEO of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and Zobida Mathura, Executive Branch Manager of Guardian Life of the Caribbean Limited. Good morning to you both. Thanks very much for joining us this morning. Mr. Faria, if we could start with you as to just give us the basic information. Deadline for registration, for nomination, is on Monday coming. And how are things going with the process so far leading up to the actual event on November the 20th? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Fazir. Thank you so much for having us. What I can tell you is that we have been getting a lot of nominations. In fact, I'm quite surprised. One of the sections we're getting is SME Pivot, and it's really an interesting award. So this year, as you said, our nominations close on the 14th. The actual award ceremony is on the 20th. And you know, when you're hearing, I know how much of a cricket fan you are, so I know that you are happy to hear champions. And at this time, the one thing that we like to hear about the champions of business is it talks about the positive. And in our current environment, it's so good to talk about the positive, to hear about the good things that's happening. It's normal. As you said, any business, any individual from anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago can be nominated, and you don't have to be a member of the chamber. The intention of really reaching out as we are today is to get the widest participation. And this year, you know, as normal, we have a range of awards. The first set of awards are sponsored by Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust, is the Entrepreneurship Awards. And the Unit Trust is such a fitting sponsor. You know, they are really doing a lot to help the entrepreneurial landscape. And I think the awardees before, Joe Sobian, Dean Akin, Cocoa Republic, Bertie's Pepper Sauce, right? So gives you an idea of the range of people who have won and participated in these awards. Of course, SME Pivot, company that's taken the COVID-19 and actually used it to pivot and come out successfully.
Indeed.
Another award, internationally known, again, so relevant, sponsored by Exim Bank. And today, more so than ever, Trinidad needs to look at earning its own foreign exchange anywhere, anyhow, either through exporting goods, exporting services. And we have we actually have quite a lot of nominations for that. But again, we want to make sure we get the widest possible participation. Business technology, the next award sponsored by B-Mobile. Really interesting award because it talks about businesses that are boundaryless, that can participate anywhere in the world. It's only 2 years old, but interesting, the two previous finalists are already making waves in the world. In fact, I think yesterday's paper talked about WePay signing an agreement with MasterCard. And then My Term Finance, a 5-year-old company, a 4-year-old company already in 5 countries around the world. And the pinnacle of our awards is the Hall of Fame inductee. And that's sponsored by Guardian Life of the Caribbean. And, you know, you think back of some of the awardees, Lal Paladi, guy who couldn't get into the Tunapuna market, and a chain of businesses that now dominate the region. Sunarayan Kusal, Helen Bhagwan Singh. And we're so fortunate to have Guardian Life here with us today to talk about their rationale to really participate and sponsor this award. So,
and that's the perfect cue, of course, for bringing in Ms. Mathura into the discussion. But before we bring her to get her perspective and why it is an event that they are very much in support of, it's very, very easy to go through the nomination process. You just go on the website www.chamber.org.tt, follow the links to the nomination page, and you can get all the different categories. It's very easy. You just click if you want to submit a nomination, if you want to download the form. It's very, very, if I could pull it up in a matter of seconds as Mr. Faria is talking about it, it just shows how easy the process can be done. So let me bring in Ms. Mathura into the discussion. Good to have you with us as Executive Branch Manager of Guardian Life of the Caribbean, and tell us about your support for this Champions of Business initiative, especially the Hall of Fame category. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Fazir. Good morning, the wider Trinidad and Tobago community. Of course, it's a pleasure and a privilege for us to be here this morning, and I want to take the opportunity to thank you very much for having us. The Business Hall of Fame started in 2006 and evolved to include additional categories. Now, the thing about it, 2 outstanding individuals are inducted into the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber's Business Hall of Fame, and one of these could be posthumously conferred. Now, these persons have exemplified business excellence and both commercial and national responsibility. Now, the thing about it is that Guardian Life, and by extension Guardian Group, is already an industry leader, and mirrored by our leadership position in various markets across the Caribbean, it therefore goes without saying really that any organization that demonstrates the characteristics that qualify them to be nominated for this prestigious award is in principle connected to us and based on the values associated with leadership and dedication. I mean, it is already criteria for nomination. You know, often in term business speaks about profitability, and some sort of personal gratification comes from that. So that in reality, a large degree of altruism and perseverance against the odds is required for someone to reach to this level, particularly in challenging times, and we know that is happening right now. Mastering these and many other qualities, you'll find that truly it defines the impression that we really want to support, and it brings to the minds and hearts consumers of this wider community. Guardian will want to say that everyone is an overall winner, because to be in any category, you are undoubtedly have been chosen to become one of those, and you can consider yourself a success. Against all the odds, you would have been able to embody qualities that speak of business excellence, a genuine entrepreneurial spirit, through the courage, the thought, the action, all these things that we stand for. So Guardian by itself inspires leadership, and we have demonstrated the impact that you have had in the industry, in the nation's economy, and the wider community. It makes your name synonymous with the term a role model in whatever category at all that you have chosen. So Guardian encourages each one and each entrepreneur to endure through these tough times, and we are here to support you in terms of and to partner with you through these tough times. That's why we're here.
And Mr. Faria, if I could get back to you, given what we've heard, just heard from Ms. Mathura, and we'll get back to her for some further thoughts in a moment. We are aware of our difficult times, and therefore the champions of business, and of course you're going to face the challenges of the event itself having to be virtual because of the circumstances that we live in. How important is it, the 2020 edition, to show that even in these very difficult economic times and with COVID-19 piled onto it, that there are people still excelling, still persevering at all levels of business in Trinidad and Tobago?
You know, Fazir, I think now it's even Trinidad and Tobago needs this even more than ever. It's so interesting whenever I go to these awards and we are finished looking at the videos, people come out telling me, I'm so inspired. I saw so much opportunity. You know, I came in here feeling down and I saw so much opportunity. And you know what's unique about this year is that if we could, I think we would win the Pivot Award, because we have pivoted this event from a single event one night at Napa, grand gala event, into a nationwide program where we are on national television, we're going to be on Facebook Live. So the entire Trinidad and Tobago can celebrate the winners. They can look at the videos, they can be inspired, and they can see the future that people who are going through tough times are making the best of it. And you know, Fazir, if it wasn't for our sponsors, you know, be it B-Mobile, Exim Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, Exim Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, Guardian Life of the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust. We have Atlantic, Southern Sales, and Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange. And of course, our media sponsors. We would not be able to do this. I'm hoping that every Trinidadian and Tobagonian will look onto this program and see there's a future that we can all be proud of.
Indeed. And Ms. Mathura, before time runs out on us, from your own point of view, given the business environment and the challenges that we are facing, and not just in your specific category of business, the champions of business itself, what does it mean to you in that context about celebrating business in a time of these challenges?
Fazir, it is a difficult time. It is, we are seeing it, we are feeling it, and we are very much aware of what businesses are going through. And what we as a company want to ensure that our clients, the wider community is very much aware is that we are here to relieve the stress and for them to know that we try to present and to provide peace of mind for them and to make sure that they can focus on making their business a success instead of having all the worries that Guardian can take away from them. And as a company, Guardian is there to support, to serve, to provide the quality that we are accustomed to, in addition to, so we are very happy to be partnering with the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce in terms of, in this category, especially to celebrate success.
Absolutely. And let me conclude with Mr. Faria. I hope you're not a judge, Mr. Faria, because you look like you want to give yourself the Pivot Award. You don't want any scandal in the people competition come November 20th. But I know you're not going to do that. But in any way, I've called you out. And just please remember, let's remind everybody else that the deadline is on Monday, September the 14th. And how do people go through the process very quickly? Just remind everybody again, please.
Very simple. Just go to your browser, go to any browser on your mobile, on your desktop, on your laptop, on your tablet, especially if you're getting one of those new tablets, and go to chamber.org.tt. There's a slider there, click it, it says nominate, and you select. Everything's available online. You can actually download the form. If you don't have a computer, call the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber. I think it's 637-6977. Call and we'll send you the form, or you can pick up the form at the chamber. And we're looking for more of Trinidad and Tobago to participate in this year.
Mr. Faria, thank you very much. Ms. Mathura as well, thanks very much for being with us this morning as far as reaching out to the chamber. It's 637-6966 just to make sure that we give you all the contact information as well. And again, the website www.chamber.org.tt. Well, as we go to the top of the hour for the news, here are a couple of sunset images from Sumati Satram of Freeport. This is the first image submitted, and there's the second with a bit of the sun going down through the clouds low rainbow on the western horizon. And now we have a rainbow for you, submitted by Christine from Maloney Gardens, and we're getting a lot of these days with the mix of sunshine and showers and sunshine, and still, I don't think we ever get enough of seeing those rainbows and those different types of images that we have in the midst of our rainy season. We'll take a break, head up to the news at the top of the hour, and then move into the second hour on Morning Edition on this Friday.